even over here. I can feel that vibrate. Yeah, I can feel it. So, it felt like Dizzy Gillespie was here or something. I don't know. That was really, really cool. But it does, whenever I hear jazz, it makes me like retro. It's so funny to me how jazz is still contemporary and it doesn't go away. And it's such an important part of music. But I never feel like it's like contemporary.
Well, I think you're bringing up a good point. That I think it's very important that jazz players get away from the Dizzy Gillespie to some degree. I mean, sort of learn the Dizzy Gillespie and play the Dizzy Gillespie and all that great stuff, but also compose things from their own experience.
Yeah, what's the name of that song?
That's Jester to the Queen of Bohemia.
Wow, I love that.
Has a bit of a story. But most jazz players that I know...
That is like the coolest name. Jester to the Queen of Bohemia. I love that. Do you want to just give a very short version of the story?
Well, okay, but basically my last CD was called Songs for the Queen of Bohemia.
Okay.
That song was not on it. It'll be on a future CD, but that one to me is sort of playful and
it's beautiful. Like I felt like I would love to have you play for me, like follow me around. Like I'd love that in my head as I'm like going about my day. It's very calming and soothing, like in the bath, on the train. I would love that accompanying me, like, just wallowing around in my day, or, it's a beautiful sound. It really is. So, Jen, you have anything to ask these?
What's the big difference between the xylophone and the vibraphone?
Well, mainly
besides this being prettier.
Right. Well, that
bigger.
To keep that in mind, that this is prettier, but also this has a pedal.
Yeah, I know.
And the pedal allows sustain, whereas on the xylophone is made of a hard wood, and to make it sustain, you roll like that. But on the vibraphone, we have a pedal. So that, and of course, it's made out of aluminum, and it's suited for, I would say, different styles. It's a more contemporary instrument than the xylophone.
So, Lucien.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you like New York?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Have you been here before?
No,
time?
I was in LA.
Ah, okay. Visiting this one? Eldad?
No, he was not there. I visited another friend, Paul De Castro, with who I recorded.
On this trip or another trip?
No, another trip last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
So you hit both places, LA and New York. That's America, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. To many people, everything else is, it's kind of interesting though. Like if LA and America though, like we take so much for granted. We think the rest of the world is like that. And then we go somewhere else and it's like, oh my gosh, what do you mean, I know you hit the best places, but which, how long are you here for?
I'm here for 1 week. Well, I'll stay
That's
1 month.
Good. That sounds right. You go for a week, you stay for a month. That's my kind of traveling. That's exactly the way I like to travel. Exactly. So, we have this little segment on my show. But wait a minute. Do you know about Halloween? Do you have a costume?
No, I don't have.
Well, what about you? Do you have a costume for
Yes, I do.
You do.
I'm
well,
ready.
the people that don't have costumes, I brought you something. I brought a costume for you.
Oh,
so you
thank
can
you.
have one for Halloween. So, yes, that's going to be your costume.
Thank you.
Because this is the, episode before Halloween. And we also have a little thing called Trick or Treat. I don't know if you're familiar with Halloween, but it's all about trick or treat. And you guys can each pick a trick or a treat. See what you get. Oh, you got a treat.
Covered soybeans.
Oh, you both got, those are, it's actually Monster Money. So,
cool.
Which is candy. The treatiest treat there is. So enjoy that. And now, besides that, with the trick or the treat, we have a little segment on my show that is called Skeletons. Where I don't know where. We'll do it for the next person. We're very like anyway. Skeletons. Are you familiar with skeletons, Lucien?
Yeah.
Do you have
Well, this is all about having a skeleton. All right. Skeleton in the closet. So I'd like you to share a skeleton from your closet with me. Can you do that, Lucian? I'm sure you got one or two. Oh, look at him. He's like, whoa. I think you just turned into a ghost, not a skeleton.
Maybe.
All right, tell me one. It doesn't have to be that revealing. Do you understand what it means?
Something revealing that you normally wouldn't tell other people.
Some little...
But she wants you to tell you on
yeah,
internet radio.
absolutely. Going up on YouTube. Exactly.
Do I have something like that?
Yeah, come on. One little thing. What'd you do, Lucian, one day? One day you went, oops.
I should mention he's a very moral.
All right, you go first. Maybe he'll get an idea.
Me. I can't. I should have shut up. I was trying to help you.
Come on. No. Well, you had a turn coming anyway. I mean, if you sit on that couch, you got to reveal at least one little teeny skeleton. I'm not going to give you a 1 through 10 over what it is, but
skeletons.
just one little skeleton. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Okay. Well, something I have to think about. I'm gonna have to hear some other skeletons before I know what to.
Someone said they once robbed a Dunkin' Donuts. Someone said they had a bunch of beers and they weren't old enough, and the cops came and made them spill them all out. You know. Another one could be doing something.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I was in Indonesia on tour during I landed on the day of the big tsunami, which is not funny at all. But I landed in Bali, and so most people thought that I was possibly involved in that. And I made no effort to let people know that I was just kicking back and letting things ride. And I was actually quite far from any of the problems. And that's my skeleton.
Okay, that works. That works. Okay. And you were safe and sound and nobody bugged you.
That's the actual truth.
That's good. Well, I like to hear that. All right, Luchin, you got any?
I don't know, 1, 2,